Okay, guys, I am recording. It is Thursday, October 6th already, and I'm excited about tonight's call because it really kind of gets back to the basics of what drives your Beachbody business, and that is Success Club. When I first started as a coach, I was told when I was distracted and overwhelmed, like all of you guys are probably, especially the new coaches that are watching this call, and you've got a million things on your to-do list, right? And you're like, I don't know where to start. I want to start a blog. I need a like page. I need to listen to this training. Okay, so take a deep breath. And if you focus on Success Club every single month, Success Club 5, everything else will take care of itself. It really is the cornerstone of your business. And Success Club 5 is really not that hard to achieve. I kind of consider it the bare minimum of anyone who is working this as a business, because Success Club 5 is simply helping 3 people a month into a challenge group or with a challenge pack. Not everyone wants to do a challenge group. Some people want to join the business opportunity right away, and that's great. So I'll go into a little bit more later about how to get those Success Club points. But Success Club 5 is really a non-negotiable for those of you who are business builders, those of you who actually want to make money with this. And hopefully if you're on this call, you do view this as a business opportunity, which it is, and a very good one, but you do have to work at it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I'm going to start here just talking a little bit about Success Club, why it's so important, and then I will end the call with some tips on how to hit Success Club, because I mean, duh. I mean, I can tell you all day long that you have to hit it, but if I don't help you get there, what's the point? So that's why I'm here and why I want to help you guys. So I kind of went into that already, but it really is the barometer of your business. You guys see when I post Success Club points every month, it just is kind of an indicator in who is actually working their business. Success Club 5, I kind of consider a bare minimum. If you're, a business person, if you consider this an income generating opportunity. Success Club 10, that's great. But if you really want to make this your full-time job, like I do, consider Success Club 20 is more of a bare minimum. That's helping 10 people a month. That seems like a lot, you guys, but when you really peel back the layers and realize that it's, Success Club 10 is 5 people a month. You can just divide it in 2. It's all about helping people. And the more people we help, the faster our businesses will grow. So I really want you to set your sights higher than Success Club 5 if you want to eventually make this a full-time job. You really have to. I mean, you can hit Success Club 5 every month and do very well and build your business. It will just take longer. So it depends on the speed that you set for yourself. I am not going to project my goals onto you because my goals are very aggressive. So when you see me hitting Success Club 25 or 30 or whatever the case may be, realize that's because those are the goals that I have set for myself. I don't expect you to do that unless you want to do the same thing I'm doing, in which case I will help you get there. So let's go into a minute, like how to earn Success Club points. So you get 1 point for anyone that enrolls with a Shakeology Home Direct order. And I really, really discourage that because with a challenge pack, you're only spending a little bit more than that Shakeology price and you're getting so much better value. Like if you compare the price, Shakeology by itself, Home Direct, $129.95, a challenge pack is $140. So for just about $10 more with a challenge pack, you get, let's take 21 Day Fix, for example. You would get the meal plan, the containers, the DVDs, you would get Beachbody on demand, and then, if you submit your before and after pictures, you get your t-shirt at the end. So who wouldn't want to spend $10 more? So, whenever I see like that one Success Club point showing up, I'm like, oh my gosh, this person did not reach out to me. They didn't ask me, because I would have told them $10 more and you get so much more. So anyway, the 1 point is for Shakeology by itself. The 2 points is for a challenge pack. And that is either as a customer or a coach. And for you new coaches that are watching or listening to this call, the 2 points is per customer. So if they buy one as a customer and then end up enrolling as a coach, you still just get those Success Club points that one time. So that does come up quite a bit as a question. Sometimes Beachbody doesn't catch it, so sometimes you will end up getting duplicate Success Club points for the same customer, but technically you're not supposed to. So that's how you earn Success Club points. Okay, so just some of the fun things that we get when we hit Success Club. These are just a few pictures of the perks and the prizes that Beachbody gives us when we hit Success Club 5. Some of them are kind of cheesy, you know, like the bobbleheads, but I put them in my office and I like them. It's so much fun to get that stuff in the mail. If you have gotten it already, you know that you go to the mailbox and you get a box from Beachbody. It's super fun no matter what it is. The picture that I have of Nicole right there was probably the best Success Club prize to date. That was about a year ago. They gave us the entire P90X series. They gave us P90X, P90X2, and then some other, what was it, like P90X one-on-one or something like that. It was like a $300 value just for hitting Success Club 5. That was amazing. I mean, I had some of those programs already, so I used them as giveaways for my challengers and in my challenge groups, and super, super fun stuff. Like I said, some of it's better than others, but all of it is fun to get in the mail regardless of how silly it might be. And also, yeah.
I have a quick question, of course. Why wouldn't Lisa have a question? So no matter what, when you hit SC5, like every month there's an incentive?
Yes, every single month. There's always a prize. This month it is a special webinar by a social media guy, and I can't remember his name right now, but he's pretty well known in the industry, and he'll do a private, you know, if you hit SC5, you will get a special invitation code to watch the webinar. And then, you know, if you can't hit it live, it's a live webinar, you get 24 hours to watch the playback. So that, I mean, honestly, I'll be honest with you, like the webinars are my least favorite Success Club prize. I like it when we get stuff. You know, I like the t-shirts and the swag, but every single month there is something. Yeah, even if it's a frickin' bobblehead, I love that stuff. So anyway, here's another really fun stat to share with you guys. They told us this at Summit. Coaches who hit Success Club every single month consecutively and in a row without fail, they earn 23 times more on average than those who don't. And those who don't, those are not discount coaches. Those are coaches that hit it sporadically. Like if you've got the mindset that, oh, you know, this month I'll hit it, next month maybe, who knows? You know what? You are setting yourself up to earn way less than those who have the mindset that this is a job, this is what we do. We get Success Club 5 done right away so we can move on to the fun stuff later on. Success Club has to be a priority before you build your like page, before you do your blog, all that stuff. It is the number one thing that will build your business. And that's why we're focusing on this right now. I mean, we're in the business of helping people, but we have to fuel that engine that actually allows us to do this, and that's Success Club. So let me move on to the next slide. Okay, so this is one thing, especially for the new coaches that are listening. You can earn a ticket to Summit, which Beachbody Summit is our shindig, our soiree, our convention. I don't know what you want to call it. It's amazing. Some of you on the call have been there. It's like a 2 or 3 day event that we have every year. This year it was in Nashville. That's where this picture is from. Next year it will be in New Orleans. But all you have to do to earn a free ticket is Success Club 5 in your first 3 full months of coaching. So if you signed up today, your first full month isn't until November. However, if you do hit Success Club 5 in October, you can include this month. And I would totally recommend doing that because it's still pretty early in the month. Yeah. Okay, from iPhone, it doesn't say who. I'm guessing that's Lucy because Lucy earned her free ticket and it was amazing. Is that you, Lucy? Did you say that? Was that you or someone else? Or was it Lisa? Because Lisa went to Summit too. Okay.
I bought mine.
Yeah. Well, and if you do have to buy yours, it is quite a bit more expensive. I think they're what, $200 to $300 each. I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, there's Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy won hers. She did awesome. And you had fun at Summit, right, Lucy?
Want me to talk?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I had the best time ever at Summit. It was so awesome. I mean, it's like changes everything. It changes your perspective, and it makes it real. Like, this is real. It's not just something that you can't, like, it made it tangible to me, you know, like, just to be there with all those coaches, and just made me feel great, and especially to get to meet all you guys. I mean, we talk every day. We see each other every day. We're helping each other, doing all kinds of stuff, doing groups together. And then to finally get to meet you is like, just made it 5,000 times better, because it's like we've been friends forever, you know? So.
I know, same here. And, you know, it's so funny because we do talk online all the day, you know, like all day long. But like, and I would meet someone at Summit and I could not remember if I'd met them in real life or not before, because it just seems so natural that we all know each other. And that's just something cool, and something, like Lucy said, it made it more tangible to actually see people in real life. And like, I met Nicole and I'm like, you're short. Like, how did I not know this? You know, like things like she was exactly how I expected her, except maybe a little bit shorter. And like Lucy's exactly like I thought she would be. And so was Donna. But yeah, super, super fun time. So anyway, that's Summit.
And we got to dance with you, like at the bars for Country Heat. Come on now.
Yeah, lucky you guys, right? Yeah, because I got Country Heat certified, and I was like, I put on a show for everybody in Nashville. It was really fun. I loved it. So next year, it's in New Orleans, and for the new coaches, you can still earn your ticket. That's probably the best way of getting one right now, because they do sell out very quickly. So I'd highly recommend doing that. I was really stupid and didn't go my first year, even though I earned my ticket, because I was still kind of on the fence with coaching. I didn't have a strong leader. I didn't have a strong sponsoring coach, and I just didn't get it. I went the next year, and I've never looked back. Like, I've been all in with Beachbody ever since. So the sooner you can get to Summit or a Super Saturday event, the faster your business will grow. So, okay, I'm not going to read all this boring literature. I'm going to sum it up, because this is from the FAQ in Beachbody. But from a business standpoint, hitting Success Club and getting to Emerald are your two main things that you do right at the beginning of your coaching career, because Beachbody spends all this incredible amount of money on marketing. You've seen the infomercials, I'm sure. P90X, Insanity. I mean, like, they hype it up. Like, what's the stat? $165 million on advertising. So when these people buy stuff through an infomercial or online and they don't have a coach, Beachbody will assign them to somebody. And I was just in my Coach Online office today, and I looked at the number of leads I have just in my first business center alone, you guys. I've had 87 leads since I signed up, just in one business center. I have 2 right now. And that's basically free money. They give me a customer, and that customer is for life until they choose someone else as a coach. And hopefully they wouldn't do that, but sometimes that happens. And when those people purchase, I get commission. So you want to get to Success Club, you want to get to Emerald as soon as you can, because otherwise you're missing out on all that great kind of free money, basically. And like I said, I won't go into detail on this. This is in the FAQ in the Coach Online office. And I'm looking at the bottom. I pulled these slides together very quickly. And my template was like a skincare, like all this makeup kind of stuff. And I forgot to change the little sidebar on the bottom. It says it's the only skin you get. Well, this is not a beauty presentation. But anyway, this is the only skin you get, I guess. Okay. So Success Club trips, and I think the cruise for me was, I don't know, it's hard to compare the cruise with Summit, but equally as fun. My first Success Club trip was this year. Again, I earned the trip last year and didn't go because I wasn't all in. And I also didn't realize how sweet of a deal it was. I thought, oh, I got my trip, whatever, but I'm going to have to pay so much once I get there. If Scott wants to go along, I'll have to pay for him. No, you get a guest paid for. So Scott couldn't go this year. It was during tax season. So I brought my mom, which was amazing because my dad passed away last fall. This gave her something to look forward to over the winter. And I mean, it was amazing that I got to gift this trip to my mom. Like, she'd never been on a cruise before. She's 73 years old. She's like in tears because she finally gets to do something she'd never done before. So you get to go, you get to bring a guest. It's all inclusive. So the only thing you have to pay for is like booze if you want it, because booze isn't included, but your meals are. Actually, they will give you spending money. So you can also earn your spending money. I bought myself a Tiffany bracelet. I bought booze for my mom and myself. Actually, I had earned enough to do that. The photo ops that you get while you're on the cruise. And again, these are earned through Success Club. Not everybody on that cruise gets these photo ops. You know, you see pictures of like me with Sagi or Autumn or whatever. You earn those through Success Club too. You get to hang out with your team. You get to meet awesome people. Maybe find a success partner from another team, someone that you just click with. And the locations are amazing. I mean, this year we were in Bahamas. Where else did we dock? Jamaica, Bahamas. We skipped Haiti because of the Zika virus, but we were scheduled to go there. And next year in 2017, it's at the Hard Rock Hotel in Punta Cana. So I've heard it's beautiful. And again, all inclusive. It'll be super fun. So I hope you guys get your name on that list. This year they are bringing people off the waiting list in order of the Success Club points they actually earn. They have not done that in the past. So if you are very diligent in hitting Success Club, chances are you'll get invited to go. Okay, so we talked about the great perks of Success Club. Now I'm just going to lay it out. How do you get there? So it's pretty simple. The trouble is people do not do these things. They know what to do, but they don't do them because it's not the fun stuff, you guys. This is the stuff that if this were your real job, you would not want to do. You would want to go do all the other stuff. But if you want to hit Success Club, you have to get down and dirty and do the things that most people don't want to do. And number one is your mindset. You have to make it a non-negotiable. I've never once in my mind had a doubt that I would not hit Success Club. Why? Because that was just a simple goal I set for myself. Like, even if I have to call up my mother-in-law, my brother, you know, people that have no interest in what I do, if I had to call in a favor, I've got that in the back of my mind, in my back pocket, because I'm not going to miss Success Club. I have not had to do that yet because I found people. I make it a priority to find 3 people every month. And in the beginning, I was only hitting Success Club 5. Now I've hit Success Club 10, I believe, for 22 months in a row. So hopefully, you know, Beachbody recognizes 12 months in a row and 24 months in a row. So in a couple months, I'll be a Success Club 10 legend, is what they call them. You know, you really don't get a whole lot to go with that except the honor and the glory. But it's a personal thing for me. It's just a non-negotiable. You have to desensitize yourself to hearing no, because every single no gets you closer to that yes. And if you crunch the numbers, I would say it's about 1 to 2 of every 10 people you invite will say yes. So let's say you want to hit Success Club 5 and you have a 10% success rate. You're going to have to invite 50 people. It's as simple as that. What I would do it the very first week. Hit Success Club 5 your very first week, and you don't have to worry about it so much. I do like to hit Success Club right away. It kind of like, I don't know, mentally, then I kind of feel like I can relax and do some of the more fun business building activities. But Success Club always has to come first. And with that mindset, do your personal development daily, because if your mind isn't there, your actions will not follow. If you need a recommendation for a book, please let me know. I've read a lot of them, or ask within our team group, because I know a lot of the other coaches who are hitting it every month are doing personal development. So I use Nita for an example here, because when I thought about step number 2, sharing frequently and consistently, I thought of Nita because she nails this. She gets Success Club every month. And she's sharing just these ones right here. Look at the timestamps. Like, these are all from like the last couple days. And there were several up there that I didn't pick from her timeline. So she posts several times a day on her Facebook. She's talking about her journey in fitness with clean eating. And it shows, because she hit Success Club, I don't know how many months in a row, but she was one of the very few that hit it last month. And it's because she's staying consistent. People don't want someone who's flaky. One day they're hot and one day they're not. They're not going to trust you if you post 1 week and then take a week break and then, oh yeah, I'm back on the fitness bandwagon. No, they need someone that's going to show up even when they don't feel like it. And we all have days when we don't feel like it. That's when it's good to have posts scheduled kind of in the back of your mind. I've got some, I like writing, so I'll hammer out a few post ideas. Then when I'm feeling uninspired, I'll grab one and post it. Or that's maybe when you share something, I don't know, a little bit less personal, or share like a link that someone else has done and just comment on it. Okay. The important thing is just simply to stay consistent with that and never, ever take a day off. Never even take a day off, you guys. Like maybe Christmas, whatever. But like seriously, your people are watching you all the time and they don't see everything that you post on Facebook. So keep that in mind too. It might seem overwhelming to you, like, oh my gosh, I'm filling my feed with all this stuff. But people don't think you're as interesting as you think you are. So they might only see a small percentage of what you post. So if that kind of makes you feel a little bit better about that, it's not overkill if that's what you're worried about. It really is not. So, okay. And step number 3, and this is where I think a lot of people go wrong, is you have to invite like it's your job, because it is your job. This is one of those things that nobody wants to do. It's not always fun, but it's like one of those unsexy things that you have to do to get where you're going. Like I mentioned, 1 out of 10 will say yes. So, you have to be inviting. I'm not good at math. I hope my numbers are right. But inviting, that's where it's at, you guys. You have to be talking to people all the time. And it's not, hey, join my challenge group out of the blue. No, it's that getting to know you process. It is getting to know what their challenges are, what they're struggling with, and matching them with something that will help. Not necessarily a program right away. Like sometimes people will ask me questions about, I don't know, like veganism or intermittent fasting or things like that. So I'll pull up articles that I've read and just share that with them. So that's a way that you can gain trust and build relationships, so that when you actually do have a challenge group, it won't seem weird or salesy to approach them with that offer, because nobody wants to be the salesperson. I don't. But you know what? If I know them well enough and I know that the challenge group is a good fit for them, then I'm inviting from a place of integrity, not from a place of trying to make a sale. Because I truly believe that our challenge groups and our products are life-changing, because I've seen firsthand evidence of it. And I was a skeptic at first too. I was that girl that, I'm not going to buy Shakeology. It's an overpriced protein shake. So when people tell me that, I'm like, I get it, because that's exactly what I thought. So relate to them. Put your head in the space where they are. Share your story. Use yourself as an example. And you do not have to be in perfect shape to be a coach. You do not have to be at your goal to be a coach. So many of the coaches that are successful, I was talking to Donna about this on a retreat, because she started as a coach when she still had several pounds left to lose, but she shared her journey. And Nita also has started that way. She started when she still had lots of weight to lose, but she has consistently shared her story every day on social media. And people gravitate towards that. They like to know they're human. They like to know you're not perfect. If you wait until you're perfect to be a coach, you are doing yourself such a disservice, not only because you will never be perfect, but it's also that people will not relate to you. So be relatable, be real, share your struggles, share your victories, share everything, but always share the bright side too. So if you don't want to be negative Nelly all the time, but when you do share your struggle, tell people what you're doing to overcome it. And, it's just the karma of coaching. If you put yourself out there to help others, others will uplift you. And that has been such a surprise to me, one of the most unexpected things that I've experienced in coaching. So it is amazing. Just you have to put yourself out there. So inviting. If they say no, which they will, most of them will, you have to ask them, may I follow up with you in next month when I have another group? I would say almost 90 to 100% will say yes. The other one, the other ones will ignore you, and that's fine too. But always revisit that person next month. And you do have to track that because you'll forget. I forget. And I'm going to talk a little bit about tracking later, but it's those people that you consistently come back to they're the ones that end up saying yes eventually. And sometimes it takes 4 or 5 months or 2 years, but never give up on them because they don't want you to give up on them. They're just not ready right now. So here we're talking about tracking and follow up. Most challengers need to be invited 3 to 4 times before they say yes. And partly it's because they need the idea of what this is all about to kind of settle in their minds before they jump on board. They also need to see that you're going to be there. They don't want you to flake out next month and, oh, I'm not a coach anymore. So when you go into coaching, you have to be in it at least for a year, I would say, to give it a true shot. And when I say in it for a year, I mean working it for a year, not, well, I'll try it this month, and if it works out, maybe I'll try it next month. It doesn't work that way. You have to stay consistent. If your challengers see you getting off and on the bandwagon, how are they ever going to trust you to get them to stay on the bandwagon? They need to see that you're sticking with it even when you don't feel like it. So talk about those times. Talk about your hard times. Like, talk about those days when you don't want to press play. That will do more for your credibility than being a perfect coach ever will. Yeah, they need to know that you won't give up on them. And like I said, you have to track these leads and conversations because if you're like me, you'll forget. So just a few different ways to do that. Pen and paper works for a lot of people. TeamZ is what I use. I love it. You can get a free 30-day trial. After that, I believe it's $24 a month if you purchase more than one month at a time. Highly, highly worth it, in my opinion, if you're really serious about building your business, because all you have to do is basically make one sale and you paid for that. I just love all the features that TeamZ has. It's very intuitive, and it was made for someone who was a coach specifically for coaches. So it's very Beachbody centric. Other options are Asana and Streak, which I believe are just email plugins that you can use. So pick a method that works for you. What works for me might not work for you, but you need to be using something. So, okay, I'm going to take a drink here because my mouth is dry. So this is what I really wanted to talk to you guys about, is coming together as a team. I want to help you reach your goals because I know how important Success Club is. I know from experience that it is not always easy. Last month was really, really hard. Really hard. And it wasn't just you guys. I have a lot of coaching friends that are not on our team that I've talked to, and they're like, what happened last month? It was not good. I don't know what the deal was. I think Country Heat was exciting. That was in August. And then people that wanted to join the Health Bet bought their challenge packs in August too. So that kind of left us with that dry spell in September. So October is going to be much better. I want everybody who's on this call, if you're listening, it means that you want to be in Success Club, you want to build your business. I want you to commit right now to Success Club 5 for the next 3 months, without a doubt, full force, non-negotiable. So everyone that is willing to do that, I'm going to be setting up some private mentorship groups. We'll be doing some really, really fun things. I don't want you to join if you're not sure. I really don't. I only want to work with the people that are committed to do this. I don't want to waste my time, but I will fully support you guys. I'll do calls. I will answer all your questions. I'm here for you. But it has to be your choice. I can't make you choose that for yourself. I want that for you, but you have to want it too. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm starting a mastermind group. I don't know exactly what I'll call it yet. I just want you guys to know, if you commit to this, you can get your Christmas gifts paid for. I crunched the numbers, hit Success Club 5 the next 3 months, and keep those people on Shakeology, and you'll earn like $1,200. So there's your Christmas gifts right there, right? Like for most of us, that covers it. So not only that, you'll earn higher earnings. You keep them on Shakeology even longer, and it just accrues because you get those commissions every month when people stay on Shakeology. So it's the follow through too, making sure that those 3 people a month that you help feel supported, not just in that first month or that first challenge group, but month after month after month. And then hopefully eventually they'll become coaches on our team and they'll do the same thing for other people. So about this group, I also want to plan a fun little winter trip for those of us that hit our Success Club goals in the last 3 months. I've got some fun prizes in store for you guys. One of them is a t-shirt that I designed, and Nicole, I don't think Nicole's on the call, but she had a t-shirt like this and I loved it. It had like Starbucks and Target, and hers said Mom Life. Well, I just switched it to Coach Life. And on the back, I like this Team Crazy Train because it's kind of like a little nickname that we gave our group at Summit. It kind of stuck. So Jessica Coldy is my Success Club partner. She's not actually in my downline, but we work together all the time. So this is going to be a joint project that she and I work on with her team and my team. And anyone who hits Success Club by October 24th, not the end of the month, but by the 24th, I'll buy you one of these if you're my personally sponsored coach, or if I'm your personally sponsored coach. If I'm not, I'm sure your coach will too if you ask. If your coach says no, then you come to me and I'll step up. But everyone on our team should get one of these t-shirts if you hit Success Club 5 by October 24th, which is, 2 weeks away? Not even. Or let's see, it's the 6th. So you have more than 2 weeks to do this. And everyone here who's listening can definitely do that. And if you hit Success Club 10, I'll throw in a magnet and a fun little mug too. So just something that I'm doing because I said like the Success Club prize that Beachbody has given you this month, it's not that great. So I like this one. So let's do this one instead. Oh yeah. Yeah, Nicole is in the middle of a hurricane. I saw her moving her plants in. Yeah, I wasn't sure if she still had power or not. She was thinking about maybe making the call, but I'm sure she'll watch this on playback eventually and she'll see that her t-shirt that she wore last week inspired me. So I got to give credit where credit's due. This wasn't my idea. So I think that's all I have. I'm going to stop the screen share and then you guys can ask questions. So, oh, Jessica's online. I was just talking about her. Ha ha. Yeah. Jessica, do you want to say anything?
Am I muted?
Not anymore.
Oh, I am. Hi. I am actually, so it's pouring down rain here instead of a hurricane. So I dozed off while I was putting my daughter to sleep. But I really wanted to jump on and listen to the Success Club part because I'm going to do a team call with my group right after this. I do them at 9 because my kid's bedtime is not a guarantee. But I will tell you, Kim was right about September. It was kind of a weird month for me. For those of you who know me, I'm going to try to see a lot of people. Hi, I see back. I'm not as active on blogging like Kim is. So I work a lot in my warm market. So far in October, I'm at Success Club 8. And I think it took me until like September 25th to get Success Club 10 last month. So what I'm going to talk about tonight on my team call, and I want to share with you guys just as a tidbit, is Kim and I say it all the time. If she hasn't said it yet on this call, it's time. No just means not right now. So those 8 Success Club points, 2 of them happened right at the first of the month. There are 2 women I work with. One was doing a local thing. It's kind of like MetaFast, where they provide you food. And it took her, to a certain level, and that was great. And another girl wanted to use our work gym membership comp or whatever. And so you get like $20 off your gym membership through our insurance. So I don't know, maybe a month or 2 ago, she said, that gym membership still haven't gone yet. And I'm like, and just think all the money you've paid, even with $20 off, you could have bought something you can do at home. And she was like, I know. But the moral of that story is every time I see those ladies, I ask them how their journey is going. I ask them how the gym is going. I ask them how their You know, it's called profiles, but like I said, it's like MetaFast. And I tell them they look good. If they look good, I tell them that. You know, one woman who signed up with 21 Day Fix, it didn't work for her. And she went on to do this profiles thing. And she said, you know what? I just need someone to hand me, I needed to be super strict to get the initial weight off. And I said, good for you, right? If you lost 0 pounds doing 21 Day Fix and you've lost 15 doing this deal where you buy your food, good for you. And if you want to try again later, I'm here for you. So don't give up on somebody because it's not their thing right now. Another 2 Success Club points of mine came from a woman who I was with her entire pregnancy. So we talked throughout her pregnancy. She did the active maternity. She didn't feel like drinking Shakeology some days. She did feel like drinking it some days. So it was just, she was kind of hot and cold. I get it, right? She was pregnant. But I mean, that baby came out and I actually had to stop her from buying a challenge pack because she was only 4 weeks. I was like, no, you need to wait 2 more weeks until your doctor releases you. But the moral of the story is I was there for her and I never pressured her to do something that she didn't want to do, any of them, right? And so when they realized what they were doing wasn't working, they remembered me. So if you work a lot in your warm market, follow up with the people who tell you no, because if they tell you no and you drop them cold, that's what they remember you as. Like she stopped talking. So you go through all the work of forming, or in my case, it's more, I'll call it warming, which is keeping your warm market warm. You go through all that work, they tell you no, and then you drop them, they're going to remember that. If you check in with, I keep a list. So I make a new list every month, about 40 names. And here's the thing, I only need 5 of those people to say yes to a challenge pack. But I write down 40. It's like front and back page. I write down who I will put under my husband's business. I think, okay, it won't all happen on the first, but throughout the months, check with all these people. So I'm going to read that. Okay, I will answer that in a second, Terry. I'm on my phone. This is my first time using Zoom on the phone, so we'll see if I can get back to that question. So yeah, I write all that out. And then I check with those people, and some of them drop off my list. Like 9 months goes by, and they're still telling me no. I drop them off my list, and those were my first 4 Success Club points this month. Were people who had completely fallen off my list. So don't give up. Talk to people in your life. You know, do the wear and share thing. Make sure they know how you're doing. Be responsible for your journey. Look different every time they see you. You know, people see me because I eat pretty much all the time. They'll say things like, oh, you're so lucky you can eat all the time. I'm like, no, I'm not lucky. I have to do insanity to burn off what I just ate. And I eat, you know, and I'm eating carrots and hummus. I'm not eating cupcakes. So you do have to kind of represent the journey. But make sure people know how you live and how you eat, and they will ask questions. Maybe not the first time, but the 5th time. It's just like showing up every day on social. If you show up for one day and you drop off, people aren't going to remember you as the lady who went through that transformation through all the hard times and stuck with it when her kids were sick, or you got through the crazy holidays and never quit working out. You have to show up every day or people will not remember you. Okay, that was kind of a long 2 minutes, but Terry had the question, what if they stop messaging or stop answering? So I don't know if this is a friend of yours, Terry, or somebody on your cold market. If it's a friend of yours, then ask them about something else, right? So take 2 weeks and don't message them at all, and pay attention. If you really think like, oh my God, if I can just, you know, I'm so close to getting her to trust me, see what she's doing on Facebook and then message her about that. I messaged somebody the other day because I made a comment about lashes, and she commented on my Instagram. I'm like, oh, we're going to talk about eyelashes until the subject naturally evolves to fitness. So if they're not responding to your, Beachbody type inquiries or private messages, then move the conversation to something else. And sometimes people just aren't on Facebook as much as we are. So I've noticed you can see when people have read it or not. I think someone's ignoring me. I go back and I don't see that little, it's either a checkbox if they haven't read it or their profile pic if they have. So I'll go back and see that they never read it. So if they were busy in the moment that I sent it, they didn't get a notification or it got buried in their whatever, send them something else, right? And, you know, Terry, if you send them 17 messages and they don't answer, you just got to move on. That's why I keep 40 people on my list, is because if I'm lucky enough to have time to get to all 40, it's a full month before I can go through that list again. So I don't feel like I'm constantly all over the same person month after month or week after week. So did that answer your question? I can't see you. So I hope the answer is yes. Or you can unmute yourself and say yes. Oh, I see more people. Yes, Terry says yes. I like this phone option. Now you know. That's fine. You don't have to be seen. Okay, so that was very impromptu. Kim put me on the spot, but I hope that was helpful. That's what I'm going to talk about with my team tonight.
And I don't like to be the only one that talks all the time. I always value your insight because you do work way more from your warm market. I'm more of a cold market.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always good to share different insights.
So Kim mentioned that we're going to try to figure this crazy train thing out. We need to have some wine and figure out what it'll look like. But my team is really small, and a lot of what Kim talks about would really speaks to my team. So we're going to figure out how to merge, and maybe we take turns hosting team calls every other week, and it's different times that stuff's available. So we don't know what it'll look like yet, but we promise it'll be exciting and helpful. And, we're here for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. And just to reiterate, if anyone is all in, even if you don't know how you're going to get it done, join us and we will help you. We'll make sure you get it done because it's not that hard. Most people just don't know where to start, or they don't know where to put the blinders on and what not to focus on and what to focus on. So that's what this group will all be about, getting you those Success Club points so that you can see your business take off. So it gets that momentum that propels you into 2017 so we can be an elite team this year and next year. So that's my goal. Anyway.
And then Kim can take me to the elite party.
I will.
That's my goal.
We won't date. Scott just walked in. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to go anyway.
All right, good. Well, I'm taking his ticket then.
All right.
But yeah, I think, as Kim says, it's not that hard. Sometimes it feels impossible, and sometimes it just happens, and it feels like the easiest job in the world. You have to show up. Like, you can't get discouraged and be like, this isn't for me. Because Kim will tell you, there's been a lot of times I've been sitting in that chair next to her being like, I'm done. I can't take it. I had a coach drop rank, so I dropped rank, and that lasts for 15 minutes. And then I got to move on. So if somebody tells you to blow off or whatever and ignores you, you just, move on. It's okay. That's why you have 40 other people because I'm telling you, for every one person who ignores me or says not right now, there are 10 that message me and say, you've really helped me change my life. And I really want to move it into the coaching part of that, because I have a lot of young stay-at-home moms who feel like they want to contribute or they want to do something, but they enjoy being at home. And that's the next group of people who I want to hear, you help me change my life. Like, if I can help them financially change their life, that's the next goal for me. So you have to think about the people you're helping, not the people who don't want your help.
Yes. And your why has to drive you. It always has to drive you. And you don't have to come up with your why overnight. I didn't have one at first. I didn't really understand why I wanted to go into this business other than to make money. I did not have a transformation story. I'd never done a challenge group before. I was motivated by money, but that is not what has kept me here. It is my community of coaches, and just the fact that I look back on where I was 2 years ago. I was depressed and sad and lost and had no purpose. And I truly believe that Beachbody helped me get that back into my life. So it goes way beyond the money. If you don't have a story like that yet, that's okay. It'll come. But always be asking yourself, what motivates you beyond money, beyond your own fitness journey? How do you want your legacy to be? Because Beachbody gives us this amazing opportunity to help others and kind of have our own platform. And who do you want to help? Who are the people that you can relate to, that you know that there's something inside them, a need that needs to be filled? Who are these people? They need you guys. They need you. Every one of you has a personal story, something, a quality about you that either you've overcome something or you are still struggling with something, but those are the things that make you relatable, that other people are going to want you to be their coach because of that. So always keep that in mind. Okay, on that note, I'm going to stop the recording, and then tomorrow, you guys, be thinking too, if you're all in, let's do this. Let's do this for the last 3 months of the year, and let's start 2017 with a bang. Okay? All right, I want you guys to do like this, or like, let me know you're still awake. Okay, cool. All right, have a good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us.